Hello, this is Hard Chatter, and today I'm going to do a review on Netflix's Amy Bradley is Missing, okay? It is the 20th anniversary of Amy's disappearance, reignites public interact in her case. Propelled by the momentum, her family hopes to locate her at last. Let me tell you something, okay? I've never really been a fan of cruises, okay? Now, just to give you a little backstory on what I know about cruises, my mother went on a cruise every year of her life until she died. Okay. Now, I remember certain details of what she told me about the cruise that really made me at a young age didn't want to go anyways, right? First of all, Carnival should be sued. Carnival should be sued because of the things that they did to prevent her from being found. Okay, and I'll go into that in a minute. The '90s was riddled with people who were cowards, and when I say cowards, I mean people who saw some really crazy stuff, or knew that somebody was going through something crazy and did absolutely nothing. And this documentary is the perfect example of that, okay? Amy, in my opinion, okay, in my opinion, and this is just what I think happened on this cruise ship. I think that when she got on the ship, I think that there were sex traffickers who targeted her and her family, waited until the hours between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and decided to kidnap her and sell her as a sex slave. Okay? This is just what I think happened. Okay? And what Netflix really tried to do with this documentary is they try to romanticize it. There's nothing romantic about a 24-year-old beautiful woman going on a cruise with her family, okay, and ended up kidnapped. There's nothing romantic about it. Netflix, stop it. Y'all really need to stop it. There were certain things and details of this situation that made me go, well, really? Like the fact that Amy came out to her family as gay, and her family didn't accept it. Okay, and I find it that after that happened, they decide we're going to go on a cruise in quotation marks. Okay, we're going to go on a cruise, and it's just something in the back of my mind that believes that, and I wonder this, did the parents have any inclination about this whatsoever? Okay. When you see it, and I'm going to tell you now, Netflix, you did a good job. You did a really good job on this. Okay. As far as the storyline and what happened and certain parts of it that were just truly, and I mean truly messed up. You did a great job. I give this documentary a 10 out of 10. But, I think the idea that at the end of it, there is no closure, it really grinds my gears. Okay. And as someone who loves murder mysteries and everything, to watch that, thinking in the back of my mind, I really believe I solved this. I really believe I did. And I'm gonna tell you something else that I'm gonna tell you something that really ticked me off in the example of someone who says something or sees something and does nothing, and who should be criminally prosecuted. So there was a man on there. I think he was in the Navy at the time. He gets off on a island, and he goes into this seedy. He said it's seedy bar, right? In this city bar, he sees two women and a man with a gun. Okay, and one of the women goes to the bathroom. The other stays behind. The one that stayed behind happens to be Amy. Okay, and she tells this man who she is and that she needs help. Right, and guess what he did? He left the building. He didn't report it to anybody because he was scared he was going to get court-martialed. He should have gotten put in jail for knowing, key pieces to this case and doing nothing. I think people who know the atrocities in this world that are going on and choose to do nothing are just as guilty as the people who are doing it. Okay? And honestly, they need to come out with a law that penalizes people for that. I don't know how many times, y'all, because you know I was abused as a kid. I grew up in an abused home. I don't know how many times that when I go back to my old neighborhood to visit, that people tell me, you know what, Nicole, I knew that this happened to you. Well, look, if you knew it happened and you did nothing, then why are we talking? So, yeah, when I say that, it's not good in the sense that this happened to her, but as far as the documentary itself, Netflix, I'm going to say you did a 10 out of 10 on this one, okay? And the only thing that I regret about this whole documentary is not having closure at the end of it. So until the next time, this is Hard Chatter, and I thank you so much for listening.